Hi, my friend. This is Master Noel from Atlanta, Georgia. I was talking to one of my mentees today during a coaching session. I was telling him how change is important. To me personally, one of the things that make me sick to my stomach is when I hear people complain, especially about things they have no control over. I never like when I hear people complaining about economic, about the president, politics, sport, or anything for that matter. Because most of the time we have no control over those things. But you guess who we have control over? Me. You have control over you. And until you learn how to embrace the moment and embrace you, you won't get anywhere. One of the best quotes I've ever read says something like this. In fact, somebody said it to me. He said, Noel, most people complain about everything, but you know, if you want things in your life to change, you must change. Okay, hold on. If you want things in your life to change, you must change. In other words, it's not enough to wish things will change. It's not enough to hope things will change. Growth must be intentional. You must be intentional about where you're going, what you want in life. And most of the time, those things that you want will require and force you to change. If you want things in your life to change, you must change. About a week ago, I was listening to John Marshall at his conference in Orlando. He said something that amazed me. He said one time he read 14 books. 14 books, or whatever that is. 14, I can count. 14 books in 1 week. Now, as a personal development coach, I was shocked because I've never, on a good month, if I read 2-3 books, I feel like I'm doing good. But to hear somebody else to say they read 14 books, encourage and challenge me that I need to step up my game. And that's exactly what I do. If you want things in your life to change, you have to change. If you don't like the direction your life is going, maybe you need to stop and make a U-turn. Sometimes that's all it requires. We need to stop, make a change, make a U-turn. And we have to remember that change begins at the end of your comfort zone. Change begins at the end of your comfort zone. You have to be intentional about it because growth just don't happen. Growth don't just happen just because it happens. You have to learn how to be comfortable with change. You can't allow the fear of failing to be more than the fear of success. What if you fail? But what if you succeed? Learn to doubt your doubt. Yes, you may fail, but you may also succeed. Which one are you going to go by? You may fail, you may succeed. The problem with most people is they're afraid of failing that they refuse to change. So I will just do the same thing over and over again. It's not working, but at least I will go back. No, stop it. You have to remember change begins at the end of your comfort zone. You must learn to make the change and master the change. Rubber band is only good when it is stretched. And you have to get to the point in your life that you are not afraid of being stretched. You have to be willing to get in a position whereby somebody can stretch you. So let me ask you a question. Who is stretching you? Why are they stretching you? And how are they stretching you? These are important questions you must be able to answer to get to the next level. I think it was Zig Ziglar that said, change, without it, nothing will happen. So let me ask you again. Are you ready for a change? Are you satisfied with where you are? Are you satisfied with what you are doing? What are you doing about it? Remember, complaint will get you nowhere. So far, you've not get anywhere by complaining about everybody. So you might as well think about it. You might as well think about the way you do things. You might as well remind yourself that if I want things in my life to change, I must change. And this is my word for you today. Think about what way can you stretch yourself. Some might need to just pick up a book and start reading a book, maybe a chapter a week, a chapter a day. I don't know. Do what is good for you. You know where you are. You know what time you are. But you must be strategic about change. You must be strategic about what you plan to do, because growth must be intentional. Success must be intentional. Things just don't happen. Things happen to those who make it happen. One of my favorite definitions of success. Somebody said, success or blessing are the calculated strategies of people who have figured out how God does things. In other words, there's a formula to success. There's a way that God does things. There is a natural law, there's a spiritual law, there's a physical law. You have to understand how it works. And when you understand it, you have the formula to success and you will be successful. I will talk to you again later. This is Master Noel from Atlanta, Georgia. Don't forget, stretch.